General Information Review 1 to 50 Part 3. 1. What are the three main branches of the Government of the Philippines? A. Senate, Supreme Court, Congress. B. Presidential, unicameral, parliamentary, bicameral parliamentary. C. Legislative, executive, judicial. D. The legislature, the Senate, the Supreme Court. The answer is C. Legislative, executive, judicial. 2. The Supreme Court shall be composed of a Chief Justice and how many Associate Justices? A. 12. B. 13. C. 14. D. 15. The answer is C. 14. 3. The Commander-in-Chief of all Armed Forces of the Philippines this 2023 is A. Air Force Commanding General Jeffrey Delgado. B. Ferdinand Marcos Jr. C. Rodrigo Duterte. D. Andres Centeno. The answer is B. Ferdinand Marcos Jr. 4. The executive power shall be vested in the A. President of the Philippines. B. House of Representatives. C. The Supreme Court. D. The Congress. The answer is A. President of the Philippines. 5. The legislative power shall be vested in the which shall consist of a Senate and a House of Representatives. A. Congress of the Philippines. B. House of Ombudsmen. C. The Supreme Court. D. Bureau of Internal Revenue. The answer is A. Congress of the Philippines. 6. The Senate shall be composed of how many senators elected at large by voters of the Philippines? A. 21. B. 22. C. 23. D. 24. The answer is D. 24. 7. How long shall the term of office of the senators be commenced? A. 3 years. B. 4 years. C. 5 years. D. 6 years. The answer is D. 6 years. 8. The term of office of the President and Vice President of the Philippines shall be up to how many years? A. 3 years. B. 4 years. C. 5 years. D. 6 years. The answer is D. 6 years. 9. The members of the House of Representatives shall be elected for a term of A. 3 years. B. 4 years. C. 5 years. D. 6 years. The answer is A. 3 years. 10. The following shall be exempted from taxation except A. Lands and buildings. B. Churches and convents. C. Charitable institutions. D. Non-profit cemeteries. The answer is A. Lands and buildings. 11. The Congress, by a vote of both houses, in joint session assembled, voting separately, shall have the sole power to declare a state of war. A. 2/3. B. 1/2. C. 3/4. D. Minority. The answer is A. 2/3. 12. It states that no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property, without due process of law, nor any person be denied the equal protection of the laws. A. Article 6. B. Bill of Rights. C. Republic Act. D. Court Order. The answer is B. Bill of Rights. 13. All of the following is true except A. No person shall be compelled to be a witness against himself. B. No person shall be imprisoned for non-payment of debt or poll tax. C. No ex post facto law or bill of attainder shall not be enacted. D. No person shall be detained solely by reason of his political beliefs and aspirations. The answer is C. No ex post facto law or bill of attainder shall not be enacted. 14. The following are citizens of the Philippines except A. Those fathers or mothers are citizens of the Philippines. B. Those who were born before January 17, 1973, of Filipino mothers, who elect Philippine citizenship upon reaching the age of majority. C. Those who are naturalized citizens of the Philippines in accordance with law. D. All of the above. The answer is D. All of the above. 15. It is the right and obligation by all citizens who are at least 18 years of age and qualified by law to vote in the election of national and local officials of the government without literacy, property, or other substantive requirement. A. Suffrage. B. Election. C. Voting power. D. Civil right. The answer is A. Suffrage. 16. The three inherent powers of the state are the following except one. A. Police power. B. Power of eminent domain. C. Power of taxation. D. Power to impeach. The answer is D. Power to impeach. 17. It is the power of the state to promote public welfare by restraining the use of both liberty and property of all people. A. Police power. B. Power of eminent domain. C. Power of taxation. D. Power to impeach. The answer is A. Police power. 18. It is the power of the state to take properties for the purpose of public use upon payment of just compensation. A. Police power. B. Power of eminent domain. C. Power of taxation. D. Power to impeach. The answer is B. Power of eminent domain. 19. It is the power of the state to impose charge or burden to persons and properties and property rights for the purpose of raising revenues to protect the people and extend public projects and services. A. Police power. B. Power of eminent domain. C. Power of taxation. D. Power to impeach. The answer is C. Power of taxation. 20. The following are members of the Constitutional Commission except A. Commission on Civil Rights. B. Commission on Elections. C. Civil Service Commission. D. Commission on Audit. The answer is A. Commission on Civil Rights. 21. It states that public office is public trust and that public officers and employees must, at all times, be accountable to the people, serve them with utmost responsibility, integrity, loyalty, and efficiency, act with patriotism and justice, and lead modest lives. A. Public trust. B. Constitutional rights. C. Accountability. D. Responsibility. The answer is C. Accountability. 22. Who shall have the exclusive power to initiate all cases of impeachment? A. House of Blue Ribbon Committee. B. House of Representatives. C. House of the Senate. D. Speaker of the House. The answer is B. House of Representatives. 23. R.A. 6713 is an act to uphold the time-honored principle of public office, being a public trust, granting incentives and rewards for exemplary service, enumerating prohibited acts and providing penalties for violations thereof, and for other purposes. A. Preamble. B. Code of Ethics. C. Code of Government Officials. D. Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards for public officials and employees. The answer is D. Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards for public officials and employees. 24. The following are duties and responsibilities of public officials and employees except A. Act promptly on letters, inquiries, calls, or any other form of communication sent by the public. B. Submit performance reports of the agency or office regularly. C. Accept gifts from the public upon prioritizing their queries. D. Process documents and papers expeditiously. The answer is C. Accept gifts from the public upon prioritizing their queries. 25. It is a written instrument containing the proposition and required number of signatories and shall be in a form determined by and submitted to the Commission on Elections. A. Bill. B. Law. C. Proposition. D. Petition. The answer is D. Petition. 26. It is the electoral process by which an initiative on the Constitution is either approved or rejected by the people. A. Referendum. B. Plebiscite. C. Petition. D. Initiative. The answer is B. Plebiscite. 27. It is the power of the electorate to approve or reject a legislation through an election called for the purpose. A. Referendum. B. Plebiscite. C. Petition. D. Initiative. The answer is A. Referendum. 28. This law promotes responsible family planning and proper use of reproductive methods to eliminate overpopulation growth. A. RH Bill. B. Responsible Parenthood and Reproductive Health Law. C. Reproductive Law. D. Family Planning. The answer is D. Responsible Parenthood and Reproductive Health Law. 29. It is a specialized agency of the United Nations that concerns international public health. A. Department of Health. B. World Health Organization. C. International Health Organization. D. All of the above. The answer is B. World Health Organization. 30. APEC is a summit that promotes free trade and economic cooperation throughout the Asia-Pacific region countries. APEC stands for A. Asia-Pacific Economic Corporation. B. Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation. C. Asia-Pacific Economic Council. D. Asia-Pacific Economic Countries. The answer is B. Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation. 31. Which of the following countries is not a member of ASEAN? A. Hong Kong. B. Philippines. C. Singapore. D. Thailand. The answer is A. Hong Kong. 32. It is a law in the Philippines that aims to address legal issues concerning online interactions and harmful internet behavior in the Philippines. It aims to prevent and punish cybercrime in the country. A. Cybersquatting. B. Cybercrime Act. C. Cybercrime Prevention Act. D. Cyber Identity Theft Act. The answer is C. Cybercrime Prevention Act. 33. Waste breaks down into natural components and can be recycled into the life cycle naturally. A. biochemical, B. recyclable, C. biodegradable, D. non-biodegradable. The answer is C. biodegradable. 34. The following are examples of non-biodegradable waste except A. plastics, B. metals, C. styrofoam, D. tapers. The answer is D. tapers. 35. It is a project of DOST for more accurate, integrated, and responsive disaster prevention and mitigation system, especially in high-risk calamity areas of the Philippines. A. Pag-asa, B. I am ready, C. DOST Advanced Disaster Program, D. Project NOAA. The answer is D. Project NOAA. 36. Pag-asa is the official government agency for weather forecasting, flood control, astronomical observations, and time service. Pag-asa stands for A. Philippine Atmospheric Geographical and Astronomical Services Administration, B. Philippine Atmospheric Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration, C. Philippine Atmospheric Geological and Astronomical Services Association, D. Philippine Atmospheric Geophysical and Astronomical Services. The answer is B. Philippine Atmospheric Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration. 37. PHIVOLCS is a branch of DOST to moderate disasters that may arise from volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, tsunami, and other related geotectonic phenomena in the Philippines. What is PHIVOLCS? A. Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, B. Philippine Institute of Volcanic and Seismic Services, C. Philippine Institute of Volcanic and Seismology Services, D. Philippine Institute of Volcano and Seismic System. The answer is A. Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology. 38. Which of the following is a renewable source of energy? A. Geothermal energy, B. Solar energy, C. Wind energy, D. All of the above. The answer is D. All of the above. 39. It is a process by which thermal radiation from the Earth's surface is absorbed by atmospheric greenhouse gases and is re-radiated in all directions. A. Global warming, B. Greenhouse effect, C. Ozone layer, D. Solar radiation. The answer is B. Greenhouse effect. 40. USB is an industry standard that connects computers and electronic devices, like keyboards, digicoms, portable media devices, disk drivers, smartphones, and network adapters to any computer. USB stands for A. Unit serial box. B. Unit serial bolt. C. Universal serial bin. D. Universal serial bus. The answer is D. Universal serial bus. 41. How many times a House representative may be elected consecutively, as provided for by Article 6, Section 7 of the Constitution? A. 5 consecutive year. B. 4 consecutive year. C. 3 consecutive year. D. 1 consecutive year. The answer is C. 3 consecutive year. 42. Any member of the Supreme Court must A. Have been a judge of a lower court for 15 years or more. B. Have been judge of Court of Appeals for 10 years. C. Not be a member of Philippine Bar. D. Not be a degree holder. The answer is A. Have been a judge of a lower court for 15 years or more. 43. The tenure of office for a House representative. Each term. A. 12 years. B. 9 years. C. 6 years. D. 3 years. The answer is D. 3 years. 44. Who is the Secretary of the Department of Agriculture? 2022. A. Mariano Garcatorena. B. William Dar. C. Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr. D. Benjamin Gozon. The answer is C. Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr. 45. Who was the president when the agrarian reform was implemented? A. Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo. B. Corazon C. Aquino. C. Ferdinand Marcos. D. Miriam Defensor Santiago. The answer is B. Corazon C. Aquino. 46. Who was the real first president of the Philippines? A. Gregorio del Pilar. B. Apolinario Mabini. C. Manuel Quezon. D. Emilio Aguinaldo. The answer is D. Emilio Aguinaldo. 47. When did COVID pandemic start? A. March 11, 2020. B. January 11, 2020. C. December 23, 2019. D. China. The answer is A. March 11, 2020. 48. Who is the sixth president of the Philippines? A. Rodrigo Duterte. B. Elpidio Quirino. C. Ramon Magsaysay. D. Carlos Garcia. The answer is B. Elpidio Quirino. 49. Who is the present Senate President of the Philippines? A. Ferdinand Alexander Marcos. B. Lauren Legarda. C. Grace Poe. D. Juan Miguel Zubiri. The answer is D. Juan Miguel Zubiri. 50. Who is the present chairman of Civil Service Commission in the Philippines? A. Ferdinand Alexander Marcos. B. Carlo Nograles. C. Christine Alexi Tudor. D. Gloria Macapagal Royo. The answer is B. Carlo Nograles. Please share and subscribe for Part 4 Review. Topic: Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards or Public Officials and Employees. Thank you and good luck.